Good afternoon and welcome to the Blackwater Cantina. My name is Maz, and this evening I am joined by...
I'm Mike.
And I'm Robin.
Yay! Totally professional. Greetings. So we've got a few things that we're going to go through tonight, including painting competitions, steamrollers, March My Mini Factory releases, paint-along streams, casual play packs, all those exciting things. But first of all, Robin, War Machine hobby this week? What have you been up to?
I have done zero War Machine hobby, but instead I went to a beach and got cool rocks.
Yay! It's one of the joys of living down in Dorset, isn't it? Is we've got
The Jurassic Coast where I got literally a ton of fossils just picked up off the beach.
You just literally walk down the beach and there are thousands of them everywhere. You cannot not find them.
I think I was down there for 2 hours and we got 50 fossils, so...
It's mad, isn't it? I don't know why they're all so concentrated in one space. Having an
the
archaeology degree, I probably should know why, but I do not.
I know why, because the cliffs are clay-based cliffs, so it's alkaline, so a lot of limestone. So when the sedimentary rock is formed by the compression of silts and things, which is what our cliffs are mostly made of over here, with limestone backing. So when the surf hits them and it causes landslide, it causes the fossils to come down on the rocks.
I see.
And as they hit the shore, the rocks are washed, people break stuff, and as it's churning over and over again, breaks down, they break open and get out. I could be wrong. Any archaeologists like to prove me wrong?
There you go. I'm the qualified archaeologist of the three of us, and I know how fossils are formed, I know how that works, I just didn't know why specifically there was a thing, but to be fair...
It's mostly just where they are.
Yeah, my archaeological thing was in bones more than anything else. So there you go. I know a whole truck ton about red deer and fallow deer and eating habits of the 15th century. So that's what my dissertation was on. So yeah.
You use all of that information in the Runner podcast.
I know. It's great, isn't it? Weirdly, construction methodology has been the one that's been the most useful. And did a whole thing on that, and presentation skills. We did a whole 3 months on presentation skills, so I'm absolutely banging when it comes to presenting to an audience with a PowerPoint. I am the lord of all things PowerPoint. It's good times. Mike, what about you? What does your hobby shenanigans look like?
I've been helping out a mate, and I've been printing out objectives for this weekend.
Good times.
And I realised that I didn't have enough flags or 40 mils, so I did some for me as well.
This is good. I thankfully have 3 of each, so yeah. But I need to get some more fancy ones done. Although we haven't had dusk objectives yet. We've had dusk terrain, but not objectives, so maybe we'll get them.
Maybe soon.
Who knows?
Probably the guys at Steamforge.
I would imagine they know what's going on, or maybe not. Who knows? I managed to get a couple of games in. We were up at Intoyment on Sunday, played some games, lost to Mike on Assassination.
Yay.
Pulled it right out of my backside.
I know, I hemmed you nicely into a corner with everything, had all of the objectives, and you needed to win that turn, otherwise it was all done and dusted. And then idiot me went, yeah, Dakathus is pinned all the way back there behind the Phantasm. It's fine. He can't get to Seraphel. I'll just move her up behind this building over here. Kills one thing, teleports over a unit, kills someone at the back of the unit, teleports next to Seraphel with his stack of 18 focus he had?
Oh, yeah, 17.
17. There you go. And just went...
Well done, Mike. That's amazing.
Did get down to 3 left? 2 left?
I had 3 left. I bought the last attack, boosted the hit.
Yeah.
Then whatever damage I did was gravy.
Yeah, it was close call, but yeah.
I'd like to say he learned that from watching me play with Lucas.
Yeah,
No, it's just I played a really good Soul game.
Yes, yeah, the Phantasm onto had landed on, well, it sorted out Death Jack and the two Malefactors in one round of combat, and then had some attacks left to throw at Decethus, but he had so many souls on him at that point that it wasn't doing a lot of damage. Yeah, that was a good game. I enjoyed that. Played one against Marcel last night, lost on objectives. Very foolishly miscalculated. Took him off 2 objectives, but failed to move something on to claim them, and thus lost on objectives.
Was he running Crucible Guard again?
He was running his Crucible Guard, and my...
Hooray for Marcel!
I know. The Phantasm whiffed it as it charged into the Vulcan and missed with the first 3 attacks, and then reduced the Vulcan to 1 hit point.
How did you miss?
3, a double 1, a 1 and a 2, and then another double 1. I was like,
buddy.
literally rolling to miss. So, yeah. It was just, and then like the 2d6 plus 2 damage on it doubled because I got a critical, and then a double 1 on the damage and stuff like that. It just didn't work out, and then I hadn't got anything left to throw out. I'd had to use most of my army to get a position to be able to charge his Vulcan, so he'd very carefully positioned everything, and it was a trick to get hold of things, but hey ho, it happens. There we go. It was a good game, we had fun. Let's hope my steamroller experience goes a little bit better, so we'll see.
So you'll need it.
Yes. Yeah. So lots of news in the hobby this week as well. So first and foremost, P3. Well, it's not. There's a lot of things going on. So we've got the P3 painting competition, which ends on the 1st of March, I want to say. So they announced that. So post pictures of your miniatures painted with P3 paints with the tag, which I will pop on the screen, and they will have a look at them and judge, and there are prizes to be won, so money's worth of store credit with Steamforged, so you can buy all sorts of shiny things. So take a look at that, put some entries in, do it, it's awesome, and you have literally nothing to lose because there's no entry fee. You just have to paint some models, which is what we do this hobby for, right? So, yeah.
They lose time.
So we've got that. We've got stick with event things going on. So they've announced Lock and Load EU, which is going to be in Sheffield on the 15th to the 17th of May. And it's at the Magna Centre, which is a big science centre thing in Sheffield, which I've never been to. I've never been to Sheffield, so...
I have. I never went here, but from the pictures, it looks absolutely stunning.
It does look pretty
All
cool.
I know is that it's Tut North.
It's up north.
Up North.
Yeah. What's the
North
name of a
North
bread
London.
roll in Sheffield? This is how you know how
That's a
far
bat.
north you are, is by what the bread roll is called. Is it northern
It's a
enough
bat.
to be a balm?
No, it's a BAP in Sheffield.
There's a BAP in Sheffield, okay. Yes,
It's like Midlands, there's a BAP.
right. Does that not constitute the north yet, Sheffield? I don't know. Is that still
To
the
be fair,
Midlands?
you'd have thought that's the sort of information they'd put in the article, but they didn't.
This is
I
how
just
you
wanted
tell
to
where
put
you are in
North
the
VA.
UK. If you're ever lost in the UK, just ask what a bread roll is called. There's a map somewhere of what areas call bread rolls what, because it's different everywhere for reasons. But
Also, like an hour's drive would get you to like 4 different accents.
Yep. I know, it's great. When I moved to Bournemouth, it struggles identifying what people were saying in some cases. It's like that scene in Hot Fuzz, especially when I talk to the father-in-law. He is very much the guy who has the sea mine. That is how he talks. It's glorious. So, but yes, Lock and Load EU, very excited for that. They've not done anything like that for a long time. So now I need to figure out how I can afford to go and organise all of that. But
Might have already looked at some pricing.
yeah, I had a quick look today in my lunch break from work, but we're going to try and all organise that and hopefully stay in the same hotel this time. Make travel a bit easier, but that should be cool. So very excited to see they're releasing details in 2 weeks, I think they said, of all the different events that are going to be going on.
Yeah, I think so.
Rumored to go to UK Games Expo as well.
Yes.
Not sure about Salute just yet.
Well, they were looking into it, is what we heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no final confirmation of UKGE, but Robin will be at UKGE. So harass Robin at UK. I'm not going this year for UKGE because I'm also doing Welsh, which is in the same month. So it's going to be an expensive old time.
Yeah.
But that will be cool. So lots and lots of events going on. So segue into our events. So we're going to be starting a Journeyman League. Now we've got a whole bunch of new players down in Toyment. So we are going to be starting up a Journeyman from Monday.
Yes.
From paying up 30 points. So
I won't be paying up 30 points just this time.
No.
No.
I see. But we want to encourage all our new guys to get cracking and get some games in. Start with some small ones. Just get the game time and get some stuff painted as well. So we're going to get stuff in store. I have been told we're getting some poster space for that so we can have everything, details up on the wall. I will be finally switching over to Dark Operations, which I've been threatening to for a long time. So I will start posting some of my stuff up for that. Mike, you're going to be running pigs for Journeyman?
Yes.
And Robin's going to be doing more Crucible Guard, I suspect?
I was going to be doing Grimkin, but we did speak about this, so I was going to be borrowing your models until I can get hold of my own ones in April when they get released.
Yeah, so as soon as the Frontiers release drops, Robin's going to be getting on the Grimkin train.
We might have some more information about.
Mm-hmm.
There may be some Frontiers spoilers tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
They did say in the article, in an article that I read today, that there could be some spoilers for. Is that today? I know it's coming. I read an article today. It said a thing. I went, oh, that's cool. Showing off the model, dropping a few cheeky Frontier spoilers along the way.
Yeah, so in the Paint Along live stream tomorrow. So yesterday, as of this airing. But I suspect anything that is talked about in that, we will probably have a chat around in our hobby hangouts later on this evening. I'm going to say this evening because you guys are going to watch this on Friday, even though we're on Wednesday. And that is something that messes with my head slightly. So on Friday, we're going to be doing a bit of a... We're not going to be doing a hobby hangout because I'm going to be in Tiverton in a hotel.
I mean, we still could.
We could do a hobby hangout. We can do a hobby hangout. Why not?
And we can do it from one of our phones.
Exactly. So we'll jump on and chat about whatever was going on in there. So if you want to do some more painting along, I won't be painting because I'm not taking my entire painting desk to Tiverton. But
I'll take some paints with me to Tiverton because I'll probably need to finish off some objectives.
Yeah, I have purposely changed my list because there's one of the units I haven't got around to painting. So I changed my list.
You go, Mike, you should finger paint his objectives for him.
Alright, sidetrack. Have you seen the Squidmar video where they got Roman Lepat finger painting a dragon?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So there was a. Oh no, sorry. I'll go into it later.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the live paint along thing tomorrow. Well, yesterday. Spoilers and stuff, and painting of Elish Garrity, which is very cool. I haven't gotten my print back from my printing guy yet, so hopefully I'll get that next week.
I think it's an older sculpt of him as well.
That's the limited edition sculpt that was on the front of the magazine.
Yes, it is, because I've got it.
Yes, because it was a nightmare to get hold of in the UK, and I never got one. But
I somehow managed it.
amusingly, I got the more modern, or the actual release version of him, where he's got the skull up in the air, and I used that as a D&D character, and then that D&D character was captured and tortured and then returned, so I've then swapped it out for the Mark IV one, as he looks somewhat more haggard and a bit older. So there you go, evolution of characters as well. Love it.
Love that.
So yeah, talking about Journeyman takes us on to the casual play pack that released last Friday, and there is some really cool stuff in there. I don't know if you guys have had too much chance to pick through.
Yeah, I was going through it a little bit before we actually started recording, and it looks really good. Like simple scenarios, like nothing over the top.
I quite like the fact that, so we've got a whole bunch more scenarios, and then there's a whole bunch of like modifier things as well that you can roll off on tables to get like random slight tweaks to the scenario for like extra advanced moves and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've always liked things like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to have some option other than Steamroller.
Yeah.
And there was a conversation, I can't remember which. I was listening to a podcast, one of the other podcasts, and it's terrible because I can't remember exactly which one because I've listened to like 7 in the last 2 days. And they were saying that it was an interview with Matt Hart, and he was saying that it's really easy to play the Steamroller scenarios because they're right in the app. So they wanted to put some more casual scenarios in there. So that's why they've put this in the app, because narrative and casual scenarios are usually paywalled in a book somewhere in another supplement that you have to buy.
Yeah.
And they wanted to throw these out there for free, which is great because, let's face it, how many times do you pay 30 quid for some extra narrative scenarios and things and then played them like once or twice?
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. The linked campaign looks like fun as well. That looks actually quite interesting. So you've got like a grid of locations to capture, and then depending on which one you pick and which one your opponent picks dictates which scenario and who's the attacker and defender and all sorts of stuff. And then you can spend campaign resources to get bonuses. So that's pretty cool as well. So I think we're going to have a crack at that back end of the year after the Journeyman and everyone's got 100-point lists painted. We can then...
Perfect. It sounds like playing Warzone again.
Yeah. So yeah. Speaking of getting more things painted and armies expanded, my mini factory, more reinforcements for Thornfall. Anything in particular excited for, Mike?
So it's actually the pack that the bits that they're releasing this time are actually all going to be really useful. I mean, dropping Arcadius at this point is really good. So those of us who didn't have pigs back in the day now have access to 2, maybe 3 warcasters, depending on if you got the carver with the big pig.
Yep.
You've also got the gun, splatter, and battle boards, which I can tell you, after playing Dan at the weekend, even he, a seasoned Thornfall player, gets confused between the gun bore and the splatter bore.
I think the gumball looks pretty chilled out. It's the splatterboard that looks like a psycho from Borderlands a little bit, doesn't it?
He does a little bit.
Yeah. But
And like the splatterboard definitely looks like he's kind of taken one too many of Arcadius's meds.
that Battle Ball model's cool as well. And we got
It
a cool
really is.
alt sculpt for Rortmorn for the Kithgard as well.
Yep.
And then the Kithgard conversion parts, which amusingly they got what appear to be a load of Cephalix parts.
That's what it looks like. A few people have mentioned that, actually.
And then some Kadoran parts and some Signar parts as well, which all kind of funky. And Infernal's Terrain, which they've not got any close-up pictures of that yet, so I'd like to have a look closer at
Once
some of
they've
that.
done the release next week, we'll be able to talk in a bit more depth about it.
Yeah. And then the Brigand Valkyrie, which I think was my mini factory sculpt. Not a mini factory sculpt, a mini crate sculpt, wasn't it? So
That was. I actually was looking at mine the other day because I just printed off a bunch of brigands.
yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. That is all very cool. So lots going on. There's lots of busy hobby stuff. And we've got Food Machine coming up as well. That's in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They're not quickly.
So I've got to figure out a list for that in the next 2 weeks and submit that.
Yeah, I got to have a chat with the organizer because I might end up having to do a pre-tour like event donation
Yeah.
because there's one for a whole legacy army.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I'll be able to. I just need to butter some people up with lifts.
Yeah. Well, we're going to figure out what kind of donations we need to make. We got the nice list of the things that the food bank wants, so we
Yeah.
can go and do some shopping the week before.
That's
and
it.
load up a car and take a whole bootload of food down. So that will be cool. All right. Is that all of the news? It seems like a lot of news, but there's a lot.
That's a lot of news. That was
Yeah.
a decent amount of news.
Cool. I know we kind of glazed over the casual play pack, but we'll do a bit more of an in-depth dig into that, I think, once we've played a few of the scenarios and see how they all fare.
And I think we'll probably end up doing a few videos throughout the Journeyman League specifically as well.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to play a bunch of them over the Journeyman, so that'd be fun because they're all kind of geared at smaller games as well.
Yeah.
So that will be cool. Right, should we talk lists, Mike, for this weekend?
It sounds like a plan, Maz.
I'm going to talk about the one that I made today because that I adjusted today. So I've got a plan. I'm just going to set the scene of
Story time.
my intent
Get
anyway.
blankets. Get
So-
your hot chocolate.
Exactly, hot chocolate milk. So Heleth is a caster that I've used a little bit, but not excessively in game so far. So she is a glorious assassin and got the magic bullet spell. So she's got Phantom Seeker on her rounds, Life Trader, so she can boost, and Life Trader, so she's doing 4 dice damage. Okay, it's only power 10, but with Phantom Seeker, or Dispel or Grievous Wounds, but Phantom Seekers you can't hide. She's got True Sight, so she's going to ignore stealth and all of that jazz. Blessings of the Void to drop opponent's defense and armor. She's Rat 7 as well. So effective, on feet turn, Rat 9, power 12. You can't take cover, can't block a line of sight, you can't stealth. So she's going to fire those 2 shots. She's got magic bullet to go on those. So when someone nearby can be hit with a power 12. Obviously goes up to power 14 effectively with her feet. So you can pick off key solos around whoever you're targeting as well. Glorious, we like that. Combine that with Iris, Shadow of Retribution, so the Mark IV version of Iris 5? 4? 5?
Iris the Many.
Iris, whichever number she is.
Wait,
So,
5.
Yeah, 5. So then she's coming in with another power 12, effectively 14 under the feet, magic, blessed, pistol, range 12, phantom seeker that you can't hide from, or disruptor bolt to get rid of all those focus points, or deadly shot if it's Veroni and you want to just pop 3 points off it. The only way around Veroni's only takes 1 point of damage is that deadly shot, and only like 3 models have it in Mark IV, so handy. So that's 3 Phantom Seeker shots I've got, right? So then you got the Mage Hunter Sniper team, and I've got 2 of those. So that's 2 range 14, power 12, essentially power 14 shots. Again, Phantom Seekers with Marksman as well. If they do have line of sight, that's brutal damage, so an extra dice for the damage if they've got line of sight. So the idea is I'm putting 5 pretty much unavoidable shots out at long range every turn.
Yay!
Drop Selena, Rayfel. She's got Arcing Fire, which isn't quite Phantom Seeker. She still needs line of sight, but she can ignore intervening models. So again, that's range 12, 2 shots. So total we're up to 7 shots and has a Weapon Master. There's a lot of damage that you can put onto someone that is really hard to hide from. So that's the plan. I planned it. Now I've also dropped a Mark Target Ghast in there. So Light Jack that can run in and gives everything +2 to hit within 5 inches of it. In theory, a good plan. That's then got the Shadowbind gun and the blaster, so it can move models as well. And then an Eidolon with the Arcane Stasis head and the Force Fist. So again, that's got critical smite on it, and the Momentum shoulder gun for knocking things down and making things easier to get hold of. Then Mage Hunter Commander to take away stealth. Dices to drop Kiss of Lilith and give everything +2 damage. Essentially what I want to be doing is shooting something off the table. This list is going hard for assassination. The rest of the list is then kind of revolves around delaying my opponent and trying to sort of free up my models to get into a good assassination position and keep them safe. So we've got Soulless Guardians, Mage Hunter Assassins, so I know everyone loves them. Now they're Weapon Master. I haven't actually put them on the table since the January update, so we'll see how they work. Got Dreadguard Cavalry, Dreadguard Archers, again staples to hold objectives or pick off key targets, pick off threats that are coming towards me. Seeker Adepts and a Void Shaper to give that Eidolon more shots and enough focus that Heleth can just work on casting Magic Bullet every turn. And then the Last Watch, because every Dusk list I make has the Last Watch in it, and I don't. That's so good. I've still never gotten Retaliatory Strike to actually go off at any point, but the base defense of 15 on them once they're sat in base to base now makes them very, very hard to remove. And then I cap all of that off with the Void Engine as well. Now it has the sort of +2 armor against shooting it and resistance to blast, so it's going to make things that little bit tougher. Stand your Shield Guardians next to it. Shield Guard chaps, the Soulless Guardians, they are Shield Wall, So they got buffed to their armour. With shield wall, they're now armour 17. Makes them armour 19 when they're near the void engine.
Yeah.
Cool. Go on, remove them. Or you can drop the Dreadguard cavalry or archers near it. Dreadguard at armour 18, 8 boxes. Vampiric, so if they're killing stuff, they're healing. Just makes them quite tough. Plus, it still puts out power 14 shot. Or 2 power 14 shots. So, solid damage output as well. Yeah. That's
the job.
Anything in there you think I'm missing, guys?
No, I can't think of anything. But if everybody can see this list beforehand, I could make alterations to the list just to stop any assassinations that you can. Feel free to.
Short of a boatload of shield guards, though, it's quite difficult to stop. Especially if I can get Iris to fire first and drop that disruptor bolt and get rid of all of the focus.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah. I see you sitting on 8 focus to try and survive a turn. Done.
Black.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to work. I haven't actually had the opportunity to play this because I was fiddling about with the list, and originally I had Dreadguard Slayers in the list and had to drop them because I haven't painted them, and whilst the tournament doesn't have a painted requirement, I have personally have a painted requirement.
Models.
Yeah. I don't like playing with non-painted stuff, so
No.
it reminds me I've got an Eidolon to finish.
But just to say, that's our personal view, is we prefer to be painting with painted models rather than... Not everybody has the time for painting.
I know. But I enjoy painting. That's the main part of the hobby for me, is the painting side.
Me too. And especially building things, but...
Yes. Yeah.
Mike, do pre-tell us with your list.
So, Mads and I stood chatting on Sunday morning, and we looked over my Mortenebra list.
That we
And
did.
we had a look, we made a couple of changes here and there. So, we have Mortenebra perfected. We have a Deathjack. We have a Malfessor. We have a Malefactor with the Overtake head, a Fedax and a Ripping Claw for your melee goodness.
Hooray!
We have another Malefactor with the Overtake head, the Fedax and the Spiked Shield for your highly armed melee goodness. And to round it out, we have a third Malefactor with the Accuracy head, the Plague Cannon, and the Spiked Shield for your armed range goodness.
Good.
Yep.
Now, this Plague Cannon is funny. Because as long as you're not playing Crucible Guard, living warrior models hit with the Plague Cannon cannot run or charge for 1 round.
Just out of curiosity, why not Crucible Guard?
Because you ignore gas effects.
That is very true.
Yeah, there's not a lot that ignores gas effects now, is there? I think it's pretty much just Crucible Guard. Yeah, it's
So, yeah.
Gas mask noise.
The Plague Cannon, with its range 12, rate of fire 1, an AoE 2 of 14 and 8, not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Then, to fill out the rest of the list, we do have the Necrotech Chatterbane, just to help with any repairs, enliven, and the ancillary attack.
Yeah.
Because those 3 things are the important parts of that. A unit of Criteron for holding objectives. A unit of Sludge Thralls for holding objectives and shooting people. and a unit of necrosurgeon initiates to keep one or both of those units upright. So yeah, I tested it on Sunday against some Thornfall, and I got an accidental assassination with Mortenebra.
Perfect.
Because mobility is a spell that she has, and both of us had forgotten about it. So, if you think a speed 6 Mortenebra is pretty terrifying with the fact that she can spray 8 and hit you with a critical smite.
Yep.
How about speed 8 Mortenebra when she's flying with Pathfinder going over a house?
Yeah, it gives it to the whole battle group as well.
Yeah.
So
Flying Criterion.
Unfortunately not Criterion, but
Criterion are not in the battle group.
no.
But
Okay. That would be amazing, maybe.
Speed 8 Deathjack.
I quite like the idea of a speed 7 Hellraker, to be honest.
Speed
would
7
be awesome.
Malfesser.
The
I do like the
Malefactors
thought of the
at speed 8, Raptors at speed 9. That's some good pace you can keep up with that. You can get it easily. You take the first turn, you easily claim in half the board. Is this your going for scenario list? Is that the intention on this one?
This is my go for scenario, but if Deathjack kills many people,
So
we're good with that. It's the Deathjack implement to face.
Apply Deathjack to enemy. Step 1, Deathjack. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit.
Exactly.
I generally don't think he's gonna set everything up and he go, oh, where's Warjack going? And he was like, sorry, Deathjack going to go, and he just picks it up and just launches them at people.
I'd need many more copies of Deathjack to be able to do that, and I'm not doing that. That's expensive.
Gets jazzy at 70 quid a time, doesn't it?
Oh, I want to scan it and cytocast it so it's easier.
If you do that, we'll just resin pour a bunch of Deathjacks and we'll just launch them at people. There you go.
If you're gonna do that, you just make a silicon mold of it and then cast them in chocolate, and then launch chocolate Deathjacks at people.
Solid chocolate Deathjacks.
Yeah, solid chocolate Deathjacks. So you can still kill someone with it.
What if we do a longest night gummy Deathjacks?
I do want to do something for longest night, and if we're gonna have a bunch of Grimkin models sorted, then we can do something silly.
I mean, we'll have Infernals, we'll have Grimkin. I've got my Grimkin, you've got your Grimkin.
Yeah.
I need Grimkin.
You'll have Grimkin.
We'll do some massive 8-foot by 4-foot table with like 400 points of Grimkin on one side and other armies on the other side.
And what's beautiful is we all actually really just like different warlocks for the Grimkin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say, if you want to do that 400 points of Grimkin, me and Marcel can team up to do 400 points of Crucible Guard.
That'd be quite fun.
4 casters each, dual cast it.
Yep. Here we go. Madness to ensue.
Watch this space.
We'll see what goes on.
This is regular conversations with us, by the way. We will be on subject for absolutely ages. Then someone will say something.
We'll all
There's
get
a lot of
excited.
stuff
like
that gets
squirrels.
edited out is just
Robin
tangents.
singing a song, me and Maz are coming up with stupid plans. It happens.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's
I know
your
you
scenario
know this
playlist, yeah?
Yeah, it can go for scenario.
Yeah, and that's what you kind of want it for.
Yeah, I mean, the Criterion and the Sludge Thralls can sit on an objective quite happily.
Yeah.
And say, "Come at me."
I mean, the Sludge Thralls are still really good.
Yeah.
They have been very good for this entire edition. They're glorious, and the models are cool as well. So
That's it.
I don't mean to piss on his chips, but I really, really want something either Christmas Guard tanks or oh bugger, what are they? The giant cannons for not Sigma,
Sigma?
Black. Oh, what are they called? Gravediggers.
Yep.
That's just he's going to have all his sludge drone, sludge and criterion on it, and it's just cannons just pounding at it. Whilst he's on that objective.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I was just saying that's the only issue I could see with that, because he's like putting a big chunk there.
Well, you only need the sludge trawls can just hold an objective, can't they? They just sit on an objective, and they're dirt cheap, and then they just hang out and hold it and can still contribute.
Yeah, I guess so. It was just a thought if he was using them for any more space, to push anything at the table or anything along those lines, that they could just be wiped out. Like as we discussed last week, you've got some things that can, especially for dust, with like your sniper units. One-wing models are absolutely your bread and butter. So
they're in. What is a 3-man 8 wound per unit.
Yeah,
with tough.
They're pretty tough to remove as well.
Def 12, armor 17.
Okay. I was wrong then.
They will quite happily sit there and spray with their bile cannons. Then if you get too close, they're critical shred rippers.
That's fair enough.
And they explode.
And they explode.
That's it.
They go boom.
Yeah, I think they're a solid choice for any Necrofactorum list. And I think since this edition started, they've been a very solid pick. So
yeah,
well worth taking on a list, because you can lurk near an objective and protect it, and you've got the hit points to take a lot of effort to remove, and the guns. Okay, they're shorter range now, but you can still contribute while you're holding that objective. So
yeah, I mean,
they're a good choice.
Absolutely.
Like you say, they're only spray 8, but it's a spray 8 PAL 14.
Like Criterions are 1 point more. They're a lot harder to remove from an objective, but when they're holding an objective, that's all they're doing. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not also joining in. So save yourself a point and get to join in. But we'll see.
So I'm trying out both sides of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the sludge falls for one bit. I have the Criterion for another. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
See how that gets on. Cool. Right. I think that was all on our list of shenanigans to talk about this evening.
It was.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know how our games at Steamroller go. We're looking forward to seeing people in Tiverton who we are going to see. And
you know who you are.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry I won't be able to attend.
That's all right. And yeah, if you want to give us any feedback on our lists, comments below. I will have other models with me, so if you're like, actually, you should definitely do this, Maz, then I can make last second changes. Be fine. But give us a shout, comments, join our Discord if you want to give us any stick about anything we're doing. That's always groovy. Like, subscribe, do the subscribe thing.
Make the things and make the dings.
Exactly. And we shall see you all next week. Have fun.
See you later.
Bye.